it's me again. I'm Melina and I'm from the Healthcare Landscape Group. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my main video, which is about how does the control system work with other body systems. Now, for the last week, we have went over what is the endocrine system, and we've talked about all about its functions, its parts, and also each function of its parts, how does it works with other systems. And the week before last week, we also discussed on the nervous system. So in general, those two systems are called the control system. And now, in this week, we're going to talk about how does the control system, which includes the endocrine system and the nervous system, work with other body systems. For example, the digestive system, the circulatory system, respiratory system, urinary system, excretory system, and etc. And in this video, I'm going to talk about each individual system. How does it work with the endocrine and the lymphatic system? And let's start with our first part. How does the endocrine system work with other body systems? Now, the endocrine system, if you recall, the endocrine system is a system that produces hormones. Instead of sending sending electric messages like the nervous system, they send hormones to exert their functions, to do their functions, body functions. So firstly, we have the digestive system. Now, the endocrine system helps the digestive system by regulating metabolism, which is the process of transforming food into energy and providing energy for the cells in our body to work. Then we have the endocrine system also helps with digestion, which is the pancreas. The pancreas releases hormones. It also helps to stimulate appetite. For example, the salivary gland. We also have the circulatory system. The circulatory system, the endocrine system, helps the circulatory system by releasing hormones into the bloodstream. Now, the endocrine system does not release hormones around the surroundings or out of glands. Now, the endocrine glands differ from exocrine glands. If you recall from my last video that I talked about the difference between the endocrine and exocrine glands, they transport their hormones through the bloodstream. So that is one way that the endocrine system and the circulatory system interact with each other. Another thing is that when the endocrine system increases blood pressure and heart rate in times of stress, for example, the flight or fight response, which is the sympathetic nervous system. And we also have the muscular and skeletal system. The endocrine system will help with the bone growth, the muscle growth, and the energy balance and calcium levels. Now, there's the master gland, a small gland in our brain. It's not considered part of the brain. It's attached to the brain. It's called the pituitary gland. And it's also called the master gland. And here is the pituitary gland. Here's the pituitary gland. It's a little gland. Even though it is small and controls, it's like the brain of the endocrine system. You have the adrenal glands, the pancreas, which is behind the stomach, the ovaries and testes in people assigned male at birth. We also have the thyroid and the parathyroid. If you look inside the thyroid, that is for the muscular and skeletal system. Now we have the respiratory system. How does the endocrine system help the respiratory system? Now, the endocrine system helps the respiratory systems by releasing hormones that increases the rate of breathing and contraction, relaxation and contraction of the diaphragm so that we can breathe. We can breathe in and breathe out. So it works with the brain with the involuntary actions. We also have to depress the breathing and their cellular respiration as well. We also have the excretory system, which is the system that excretes out waste. And for this system, the endocrine system helps the excretory system by controlling the water and salt balance. So basically, it controls how much salt to release, how much water to release, more or less water or salt, and then it will send feedback loops, which basically is just what it sounds. Feedback. It sends signals to the brain for some feedback, and then it can control how much more or less waste, more or less salt or water. Finally, we have the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system, it will help with homeostasis, which is the balance, internal balance between the different systems, organs in our body. We also have the thyroid, the thymus gland, which is both in the endocrine and lymphatic system. Now, the endocrine system and the lymphatic system have one gland in common. That is the thymus gland. The thymus gland helps to release hormones, and it also helps with the functions of the lymphatic system as well. Now, the endocrine system works with the lymphatic system, which works with the immune system as well. And there's lymph fluid. So the thymus gland produces T cells and hormones. So it helps with the lymphatic system because the lymphatic system is part of the immune system. So it produces both T cells, which help with the immune system, how to fight with diseases and other foreign objects that enter our body. And it also produces hormones. So that is the responsibility of the thymus gland. Moving on to the second part, the nervous system. Now, the nervous system will help with the same systems that I've talked about in my endocrine system. Now, for the nervous system, we have the digestive system. Now, the nervous system is a system that is our brain, basically. So it controls everything, every single thing in our body, every single action, just basically everything in our body. Now, for the digestive system, we have the nervous system helps to digest the food, which it sends signals to the nerves around the stomach, which has some muscles lined along it, so it will help to push and pull and just fight with the food in it so it can digest. So it's like a whole roller coaster inside our belly for the food. It will help with metabolism and controls the tone of the digestive tract. That is the role of the nervous system on the digestive system. Next, we have the circulatory system, and the nervous system sends electromagnetic signals to the muscles, the cardiac muscles lined along our heart, which will help with the involuntary actions. It will help to beat the heart, so help the heart to beat. And there's also sympathetic nerves lined along this, so when there's in a flight or fight situation, which is when we're in a stress situation, our heart will increase, and that is part of the circulatory system. Move the cardiac muscles, which is another part of the system, the muscular and skeletal system. Now, we have talked about the muscular system, about the heart, the cardiac muscles lined along our heart help us to move the heart so that we can live, pump blood. But what about a more specific one for the skeletal and muscular system? Now, the nervous system will send signals to move the muscles lined along the skeletal, the skeletons. It is voluntary actions, which means that we need to put our mind to it in order to move. Not like involuntary actions, which is breathing or heart rate and some things like that. It will be both involuntary and voluntary. For the respiratory, the nervous system will help to breathe in oxygen and breathe out. It will work with the skeletal system and the muscular system by controlling the diaphragm and the muscles. It will help to breathe in and breathe out. Next, we have the excretory system, which is basically another name for the urinary system. The urinary system or excretory system will hold and release the urine at the right time. And when at the right time, it will work with the muscular system again. When it is at the right time, let me put this down here so I don't have to go away. When it's the right time and the nerves around our bladder sends nerves to our brain will send back the electromagnetic signals to let our urine come out from the other end. Now we have, it will also activate the sweat glands and send signals to the colon and the rectum to pull out, to release the waste from our digestive tract. And that is the excretory system. Before moving on to the next system, I want to show you a picture of the nervous system. How does it interact? Now, firstly, we have the neuron. Here's the neuron. It's a very, very small cell. You have the brain. Here's the brain, the spinal cord, the movement control, and sensory input. So it's back and forth, back and forth. Here is the nerve. And as you can see, it's lined along with the muscles. So the brain sends electromagnetic signals down and up again so that we can move our muscles in voluntary actions. The last system is the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system will work with the nervous system, which the nervous system will help with the waste removal, like from the lymphatic system will help to suck out the extra fluid, which contains the nutrients, from the circulatory system. It will also help with the immune surveillance, so it's like a camera, a watchful eye. It will help, it will be kept his vigil on that. There's also pain sensing neurons along the lymphatic system as well. So that is how the endocrine system and the nervous system work with the other body systems. Now, before ending this video, I want to show you one more fun fact and also some photos so you can get a better idea of what I've just talked about in this video. Now, here is a picture of the parts of the endocrine system. We have the hypothalamus, which affects the metabolism, and those are the functions of each individual gland in our body and how does it help with other systems like the reproductive systems. We have the ovary and the testes, the pancreas with the digestion, the parathyroid helps with the metabolism, the adrenal glands. We also have the hypothalamus, which is also in the pituitary gland, which is a part, not considered generally a part of the brain, but it's attached to the brain. So here are the nerves. Here's a picture of the nerves. As you can see, there's a complicated system, an intricate system of nerves all around our body, and it controls each part. As you can see, it can control the hand, our lungs, our bladder, and our legs. And here's another picture of the endocrine system, the glands of the endocrine system. So it's like the former picture that I've shown you. And I think that is all that I have to say. That is all that I have to say for my main video this week. I hope that you learned something new from this video. Just review some of the things that you have learned. Thank you for listening to my video, and I hope to see you in next video or next meeting. Goodbye, see you soon. I'm looking forward to see you soon. Bye.